That's why. I'm present of it. Oh, right. Okay, we'll have that.
So many people know. So the last one like a step by step.
Yeah.
I say loads of
I
people
thought
writing
you
notes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to just move that so I don't have the other people in the room. Yeah, you can move down on Marie, so just so it's only really about, really my body language and the questions that we ask. So, thanks, Maggie. So we are recording a coaching session for the purpose of the skills demonstration. So what I mean by that is I'm going to include all of the competencies of the skills demonstration. Yeah. Good afternoon, Wendy.
I do.
How are you today?
Okay.
Yeah? So what brings you to coaching today?
What brings me to coaching? I just feel that my life is chaotic at the moment. I just don't feel like I'm in control of very much at the minute, and I hate not being in control. That's where I'm at the minute.
Okay. So I just wanted to remind you of some of the terms and conditions from when we met the first time. So just so you feel at ease, speaking openly from your heart today, anything you say today will be held in the strictest of confidence. And also just to say you have permission at any time not to answer any of my questions. And the responsibility for any of the actions or outcomes from today lie with you. Is that okay? Okay. So you're telling me that you have a lot going on and that you feel like a little bit out of control. So tell me more.
Well, I started a new job 2 months ago now. So although it's better, it's still really new, so I'm trying to fit in there. There are a lot of changes going on at home, as in my partner and I were going through quite a few problems there, so we're trying to get back on track now, and I'm trying to give him more time than before, and as well as that, there are a lot of changes going on with my two sons. My older son, he's getting ready really to go abroad next year, so that's in my mind. I'm not in control of that either. My younger son, he's trying to raise a lot of money in a short space of time. That's really stressing me out. It's just so much going on that I have no control of. I just feel like everything is chaos. I hate chaos. And it makes me, even talking about it, I feel tense and I feel the stress about it, and I just feel like I want to run away and just to come back and it's all fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing the word chaos come up. Yeah. I'm hearing the word control. So how important is control to you?
Yes, it's very important to me because I'm a single mom and have been for 17 years. So I rely on me a lot. So in my head, I'm in control of everything really. And whenever I feel I don't have that control, I panic a wee bit. It's like someone taking the blanket out from under my feet. I don't really know what to do. I'm not good at handing things to other people to help me with, or letting other people take control of things that I think I should be doing. So I don't like it. It's all very unknown to me, and I'm finding at the minute I'm having to ask people for help, and that's really out of my comfort zone as well. To say this fundraising thing, I'm having to ask loads of people, could you help out? Could you do this? Could you do that? I just don't like it.
Okay, so let's have a look at that. You're a lone parent. You're a lone parent for 17 years, and you've been in control of everything.
Yeah.
You like to be in control of everything.
Yeah.
And you feel you should have control of everything. And at the moment, that control is maybe slipping away, and you don't like that. You said you don't like it. You don't like that.
I don't feel like chaos and not be able to handle the situation on my own, which I've been used to doing for so long. And I know, whenever you said to me, you should have that, and I know that word, should it? Really? I know I question myself when I use that word, but I suppose it's just the way I'm conditioned now. I'm independent. I'm strong. I rely on me, and to not have that control, it's just scary, unknown territory.
Unknown territory. So has there ever been a time in your life where you've had no control?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to tell me about them?
Yeah. With the boy's dad, that was a very abusive relationship. I say very little control. I really had no control of that. Because he was so abusive and so domineering and so manipulative. I had no control of that. So maybe a part of what I'm feeling at the minute is bringing up old feelings from then.
Yeah. So let's have a look at that. So there was a time in your life where you had no control. It sounds like a very disempowering time in your life.
Yeah.
And is that your current status in your life right now?
I suppose at the minute I feel a bit vulnerable because I'm not able to take control of all the situations and I'm having to ask for help. And thank goodness now I'm surrounded by really good family and friends, so I'm very blessed and very lucky.
Yeah.
But still, for me to say, okay, I can't do this on my own, I'm going to have to ask for help, I just feel a bit vulnerable and a bit weak.
Yeah.
And a wee bit defeated.
Yeah.
So it does bring up feelings from years ago when I was with the boy's dad.
Yeah. So let's sit with that for a minute and just kind of hold that feeling. So the disempowered time in your life that belongs to that feeling, at some point, I'm guessing, maybe I'm making an assumption that relationship ended. So there was no control. There's some sort of a change that happened that you took control. Okay. So at some point, you went from having no control to being in control. There must have been a transitional period, was there? Yeah. What was that transitional period like?
It was terrifying because I suppose for years I was told, you're useless, you're stupid, you're this, you're that, you'll never be anything, and you'll never make it without me.
Yeah.
And to take a step away from that and think, no, I'll be okay, and do it.
Yeah.
It was terrifying, but very empowering, and proved to me that I could, I will. So yeah, it was a very, almost scary, very empowering time.
And how did you get through that at the time? So family and friends came to help?
Yeah, the same people I hate asking now, it sounds ridiculous. You know, I know I need to just loosen the reins a bit and get into my head that I can't control every situation, every time.
What can you control?
Me. And the way I think about it.
So if I was to ask you to give me a number of the amount of things you're trying to control at the moment, it would be random.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sure, just off the top of my head, not even thinking about it, I'm sure about a dozen.
Okay. So in the lightness of understanding, how many out of all those things can you control?
One.
How does that feel?
Kind of like a weight has been lifted a wee bit because I don't have to control all those things and fix them all.
So what would happen if Wendy got kidnapped today and taken off to a desert island and held for ransom, which your family can't afford to pay? And while you were there, we were feeding you like marshmallows and cocktails, and it was gorgeous sunny weather. But in the meantime, you're gone. What would happen to this chaos that you're trying to control? We airlifted you out of that situation.
Things would just keep ticking away, things would just keep going. And the ironic thing is that this is part of the problem that me and my partner were having. That I was giving off to him about the amount of time we spend at work. You're not spending time with me, and you're not doing this. And I said, if you drop dead at work tomorrow, if you drop dead today at work, you'll be replaced tomorrow. Do you not realize this? And I was like, I didn't realize that myself.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
We But I think Gartali says, the universe sends us where we need to expand the most.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a reflection there of what you need to learn. So now when you think about that, you're thinking about the chaos and the lack of control. You were thinking about when you first came in. How does it make you feel?
Things are only chaotic and I tell myself they're chaotic. And if I don't keep trying to control the situations, I'll just keep going.
Yeah.
Things happen, life moves on every day.
And
if I drop dead today, I still keep going tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, I owe him a big apology. I don't know.
He owes me a $5.
Yeah.
So let's look at that then. Let's look at how we can whisk Wendy off that desert island. It's matter of factly, not really, just literally speaking. So without actually airlifting you, just mentally take you out of that space. So what would need to happen for you to agree to kind of let go of some of those reins? At the moment, you said there's about a dozen in the air. So what if we were to just kind of pick a number between 1 and 12 that you said, okay, there's certain things at the moment that I feel like need my help, and the other things I'm going to look at relinquishing control for. What number do you think you get that number down to?
Only 3.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Well done. Because I had half in my head. We got that number and half. You doing right.
I'm thinking of my main priorities, and there are about 3.
Yeah.
Really.
So in the light of day, there's really 3 things that you're responsible for. No real control over anything. You're responsible for those 3 things. And when we're responsible for things and we feel like we're maybe being overstretched into this kind of overwhelmed feeling, sometimes our kind of organizational skills go out the window. So let's look at those 3 things that you're responsible for and say, what do we need to put in place here today could make you feel more calm when you think about those 3 things? What 3 things are they? Would you like to name them?
Better communication, I would say.
Communication.
Time management.
Okay.
And self-care.
I'm so glad you said that. I was going to say it, you hadn't. Okay. Now, in my experience, improved self-care leads to improved time management and improved communication. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So how about we look at self-care at the moment?
Yeah, I think that's why I'm in such a bad place at the minute, because I've kind of stopped all that. I had a chat with Shannon about this, and I used to go to the gym. I used to love the gym. I was there maybe 3 or 4 times a week. I stopped that. I was healthy eating. Stopped that.
Yeah.
I used to go out for walks. Used to go to the pool. Stopped all that. And I feel grumpy. I feel horrible.
Yeah.
You know? And it's affecting all my relationships. So, you know, I know myself. I really need to do something.
Yeah. It's like you cannot give from an empty cup.
No.
You know, so when you're overwhelmed, we become rashy, we become hungry, you know. My house, I say, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. You know, so if I'm not topping up the self-care plan, all the other things kind of break, you know. So let's look at what is taking up the most of your time right now. What's the thing that's dragging in all these different directions that's just had you overwhelmed?
I couldn't say one thing in particular.
Okay.
Possibly Mark, my son Mark.
Okay, so tell me about that.
Because I'm getting stressed because he has to raise money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting stressed with that because we'll have a very short time frame to raise 1,500 odd quid.
Mm-hmm.
And he is Mr. Laid Back.
Mm-hmm.
He's fine. I'll do something, you know. It's probably that. I'll say one.
Yeah. Let me just feed that back to you the way you said it to me. It's Mark, my son. He needs to raise this money, and we have to hit 15,000 euros, and he's laid back about it. So who needs to raise the 1,500 euros?
He does.
He does. Okay, so, and in your wanting everything to be well, you were trying to help him with that. And by helping him, you're doing it. Or maybe?
Yeah.
Most of it?
Yeah.
Most of it. Okay. So let me give you an analogy of one of my students actually gave me many moons ago. It was probably one of the best things I ever came across as a parent. And she said, you know, as parents, you know, we all have lives that we juggle. You know, I was talking to Emily about earlier about juggling balls and about so many balls in the air that it's just not sustainable. When we see our children juggling balls and they look like they're going to drop their field, we reach out and we grab them so they don't hit the ground and they come into our juggling. But really, the biggest favour we can do our children is allow those balls to hit the floor. Because sometimes the only learning is when the balls hit the floor and smash. And when they smash, there are the consequences. And consequences are not the best teacher, they are the only teacher. It's the only way we learn is through the consequences of our actions, good or bad. That's how we learn as human beings. Now, this might be the project for you to start off, because it sounds like it's a really big one. But it's definitely food for thought, you know, for you to consider how much of it is juggling and how much of it is allowing the balls to fall in life in general. Because if you've already got a heavy workload in the juggle department, is there room for other people's balls in that arena, you know? So just food for thought.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I do feel like such a hypocrite because I'll say that to other people.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to learn is to make mistakes. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at practicing what I preach.
Yeah. Yeah. And then if you think about it from the point of view of your son, what reason would he have to be stressed out?
I'm doing it for him.
Yeah.
You know.
Because at the end of the day, there's probably a pattern of you stepping up to the plate, which is a brilliant thing. But that's a learned behaviour that, like, I don't need to worry because my mom's going to fail me, which is a really admirable thing as a parent. When our kids get to a certain age, the hardest part is realising that control part where you can relinquish control, you know. So at some point there is that, you know, accountability on their part, you know. So with that in mind, and your new 3 balls in the air, your 3 balls: self-care, time management, and better communications. What can we put in place to kind of make sure that they are, I suppose, not the only ones in the air, but the main ones, you know? And it's funny because you think about juggling, most people can juggle 3 balls, can't they? You know, but when you start to throw 4th or 5th or 6th, they all hit the top. They all hit the top, yeah. So at the moment, with your hectic, chaotic, as you called it, lifestyle, there's very little room for self-care. So what can we do, first of all, to limit the other balls coming into the juggle arena? And then what can we do when we've freed up that time to build on our self-care? So what needs to happen so there's less balls in the air?
I need to learn to say no.
Okay. Now, how good are you at saying no at the moment?
Rubbish.
Rubbish, okay. What variation of no have you tried?
Oh, sorry, I'm busy.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could love to help you, but
Mm-hmm.
I never tell lies because I'm a crap liar anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, just you know, if I have other plans. The only reason I say no is because of other plans.
Yeah.
I would never say no. I don't really want to do that. I would never do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I will try really. That's what I got plans.
So you'd never say no because you know the plans. Have you any plans later?
Yeah, and it's ridiculous because I planned to go to something this evening.
Yeah.
But then my friend asked me to do something for her and said, yeah, okay. You know, but then I said, well, actually, I have other plans. So I'm cancelling other plans to help her out.
Mm-hmm. So if I was to ask you about your top 10 people, okay, so just have a little think in your mind, your top 10 list, even your top 5, if that's easier. Where are you on that list? Oh,
No,
you're not even on.
no.
Okay. What if I was to say to you, you should, there's only one place you should be on that list, and that's number 1. It goes back to the same idea of the fulfilled cup. And I think I might have mentioned this to you before with the lioness. When she goes out into the wild and she catches her prey, she feeds herself first. Why does she feed herself first?
Because if she's not well, she can't look after the cubs. Yeah. I know.
The cubs can't survive without her. No. So when Wendy is busy dissecting Wendy into a million pieces for everybody that asks her, she never says no. What part of Wendy is left?
Right level.
Yeah.
Right.
How would it be for you to look at maybe working towards making Wendy number 1 on that list? Even when I say that to you, how does that make you feel?
Great, so I bet like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm very good at preaching to other people. You need to put yourself first, you know.
Yeah.
That's not very good at that.
Yeah. We kind of project it is that what we actually need to learn, we need to hear ourselves. Where's the top mark you could put yourself on your list? Realistically now.
Realistically, I know it should be number 1 because I know I have so many responsibilities that if I don't look after myself, I can't take care of all those responsibilities. So I know that's where I need to be.
Okay. Well, let's have a look at that. What are the consequences of you not being number 1 on your list? What are the consequences of you continuing the path you're on now?
Burnout.
Burnout.
Miserable. It affects all my relationships. I start to resent everyone.
Yeah.
What I do anything for. I just don't like that version of me.
Okay. Anything else? Continue, we're 6 months down the line now. Still on the same path. Illness.
Yeah.
There's pretty serious consequences. Now on the flip side of that, so we stay in the positive frame of mind, what are the benefits of Wendy being number one on Wendy's list? What your life would look like if you were number one on your list?
I'd be the best version of me.
Love that. The best version of you. How does that feel when you say that?
Much better.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a light that came into your face when you said that.
Yeah.
The best version of you. So just sit with that for a minute. Just think, imagine a world where Wendy could be the best version of herself. What would need to happen to make that happen?
I need to start moving up my own priority list.
Mm-hmm. Where are you going to aim to be on that list? Now say that to me with conviction. Where are you going to be on that list?
Number one.
Number one.
Number one.
Number one. Okay. So Wendy's going to be number one on her list because the rewards of that are she's going to be the best version of herself. And then what's your life going to look like? You know, when we fast forward, what is your relationships going to look like? What's your health going to look like?
Everything is so much better. The love that I have for everybody now is so much more amplified whenever I look after me.
Yes.
I know that I've been there
Yeah.
before. You know, I used to look after myself pretty well, and everything is so much better.
Mm-hmm.
It was so much more fun to be around.
Mm-hmm.
I was so much more loving. I just, people respected me more, I respected myself more. It just really wasn't the best version of me.
Yeah. It's an absolute gift to yourself to give yourself that number one slot. And it's a gift that keeps on giving. You're not just giving to you, it just magnifies through the whole rippling effect.
Yeah.
And going back to that thing about no, I mean, you had some great responses to no. But, you know, also no, like the one I use mostly for my kids is not now. It's not a no, it's a not now. Or I'll think about it. You know, can I get back to you? Because that pause button in the middle there is hugely powerful for people when they ask. I'll have to check my schedule or my diary, or, you know. And then when you go back to people, you know, they're kind of even expecting it anyway. Because saying no takes practice, you know.
Yeah.
When you say no to other people, you have to remember it's a yes. You're saying yes to yourself, and not just to yourself, to the people you're responsible for. So the cubs in the wild. Because for everybody you say yes to, you're taking that from those cubs. You know, so even if sometimes I work with people, even if they can't see for themselves what they deserve, they can see what the people that they're responsible for, or the people that are in loving relationships are getting. So now when you think about, you know, saying yes to everybody, even when you're not free, how do you feel when you think about that?
It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. At all. And I just have to go back to, I mean, I was at a stage where I was able to say, no, I'd love to help you, but I can't.
Yeah.
Sorry. So it sounds like that's completely new to me.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason really why I can't get back to that again.
Yeah. And we might have a look at that in later sessions, what's underneath that. I call it disease to please, you know. We might have a look at that. But for the moment, what we're going to have a look at is, you know, your 3 balls in the air, self-care plan, the time management and the communications. And we started with the self-care. So how would it be for you if we set a goal around self-care, that Wendy's going to be number one on Wendy's list, and that's going to create the best version of herself? So what would represent that in your life that could actually kind of speak a multitude, say, well, this is me putting myself first? Is there any action in your life that would represent?
It's something as simple as having a nice hot bath with candles. I used to do that. Lovely.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
Just something as simple as that.
Great. So we start with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So how would it be for you if that was an action or an outcome from today to decide that, you know, we're going to start bringing that kind of self-care plan back? So a lovely bath with candles just for you. Okay. So we agree that then as a goal from this session.
Yeah.
Okay. Your goal is to have a lovely hot bath with candles. And then would you like to put any other goals in around time management or communication?
I would like to organise my week better.
Mm-hmm.
And to know what I'm doing what day
Mhm.
and what time I have.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So what tools do you use at the moment for organisation and planning?
my head. That's
Okay.
it.
And your head's busy juggling in the circle.
Yeah.
So that's out of action at the moment. So are you more of a digital person or a paper person?
Probably more paper.
More paper, yeah. I am myself, yeah. Okay. So I give you a month calendar printed off today to go home with, and ask you to sit down and write down your week, your plan for the week and the upcoming weeks. Would that be helpful to you for your time management?
Yeah, I probably would. I don't know if I could, do it a month in advance, but certainly a week or two I could.
Yeah. So you say you did this week, and then you got to the end of that week, you did the next week,
Yeah.
and so forth. So you kind of planned the week ahead.
Yeah.
And you committed a bit of pen to paper. Okay. And it might be a useful tool for you to kind of identify how much of your time is being dragged in different directions as well.
Yeah, because at least I can see. I mean, I've been off work this week, and I thought, oh, lovely, I'm going to get some rest. There's been no rest at all.
Yeah.
I've been running about after everybody else and catching up with things I feel I should be doing.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to getting back to work for a rest.
I was actually thinking the exact same thing. You're probably going back to work for a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So planning is a huge tool, and that relieves the feeling of chaos, that kind of chaos and lack of control, because you can kind of have a diary that you open up. And then what about maybe for a more long-term commitment that you could maybe, what tools would you implement in your life to bring better organizational skills? Do you use planners or diaries or anything like that?
I have a very nice diary that's sitting gathering dust that I've never even opened.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, probably there.
Yeah. And is there anything you've used in the past that's worked before?
Just a wall calendar.
A wall calendar. So
Yeah.
calendars and planners work for you.
Yeah, because they're more visual, so if I can
Yeah.
see exactly what my week looks like and what time I have,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that would help.
Mm-hmm. So is that something you could incorporate in your goals? Kind of put a wall planner in place?
Yeah.
Okay. So you happy enough for that as a goal?
Mm-hmm.
And then what about communications? Is there anything around communications you'd like to set a goal around?
Yeah.
Okay.
And instead of, getting really mad, why did he not do that for me? I asked him to do it, he didn't do it. Instead of all this negative talk in my head. Then stop saying it, Mark, you have this coffee morning coming up. You could start baking some scones or something for me, or make a few phone calls, see who's going to help us out.
Okay.
So
there's Mark the son. Okay. So let's look at that. So you go home tomorrow, you say to Mark, now Mark, rather than sitting there watching YouTube, you should make a few cakes and make a few phone calls. And he says, okay. And then the next day you come in and they're not done. What are the consequences of him not doing that at this moment of time?
I'll end up doing it.
Okay. So what I mean is his life any different? Is his dinner still on the table? Is there money still in his bank? Is it car? Does he still get lifts in the centre? Yeah. So
No consequences.
there's no zero consequences. So we don't. The consequences don't have to be the big, huge. The fundraisers get let down. But what small consequences could we introduce to the equation to motivate Mark to become actively involved in the fundraising?
I could stop me using the camera. Oh, that would hurt.
Now, is that realistic goal? Or you could reward, it doesn't have to be restrictive motivation, it could be constructive motivation. In other words, that when he helps you, you say, my God, that's brilliant. You know, you can have the car for 2 more days this week, or whatever it might be, you know, if that's, you know, that's his button. Maybe it's free range with, then there's no button, but yeah.
And that does work with Mark. Mark is, as I said, 19 but on 4. If you praise, oh Mark, you're
Yes.
so wonderful, you're
Yeah.
great, thank you so much, that's great job.
Yeah.
You do
Yeah.
anything for you.
Yeah. So maybe we don't even need like negative consequences, maybe praise or, you know.
Yeah.
But there's a button in there somewhere that when you figure out what the button is, you can press to get Mark to do what he wants.
Definitely, and Mark works better with praise than with criticism, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So really then the goal around Mark, I suppose, is the whole communication goal around Mark, or is there other people you want to include in that?
It's really Mark.
Okay, so
Mark.
no problem. Sure, there's other ones we can go through them in the further session. So in relation to Mark and the fundraising issue, really what we're trying to figure out is a way to communicate you want Mark to do to help you. So based on what you've said about the praise and the work that needs to be done, how do you think you could tackle that?
Just talk to him.
Yeah.
And you know, instead of getting angry with him,
Mm-hmm.
just say something along the lines of, Mark, you know, a lot of work to do this week. I think, I know you're really good at this sort of thing, so I really need your help with this.
Yeah.
And I know you could do it.
Yeah.
So
Brilliant.
how about if you and I start whatever, blah blah blah.
Working as a team.
Working as a
yeah.
team.
Would
You be happy to do this? I
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
You do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel?
Better.
Yeah, so when you leave here now, you're thinking about going home to your lovely bubble bath and filling in your planner and having a chat with Mark about what needs to be done and how you're going to pull together as a team to get it over the line. Yeah. Okay, so they're with your goals and your actions from this session today. And of course, we look at that at a much deeper level further along the sessions, really around self-care and, like I said, that disease to please. So are you happy enough with those as your goals? Okay. So options then, are you happy enough that we've explored all the options, or are there any other options you'd like to explore?
No, I think I'm not enough.
Okay.
Those options.
Yeah. And the will then to commit to those goals, those actions and those outcomes. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to commit, how willing are you to commit to those goals?
I would say I'm at an 8.
An 8?
Well, I'm fed up feeling like this. I'm fed up fighting with myself.
Okay, so we're given Wendy being number 1 on our list. Open her self-care plan, starting with a beautiful bath of candles. Time management then, I'm going to give you a planner to take home with you today, and you're also going to fill in your wall planner in your kitchen, and also you're going to have a kind of shoulder-to-shoulder kind of conversation with Mark about how you're going to in this together and get over the line together. Okay, that's an 8 out of 10. Brilliant. Okay, so now if it's okay with you, I'd like to SMART that goal. That be okay for you? Okay, so when I say SMART is just a model that we use to measure goals, to make sure that they're, you know, we model them correctly. And it's an acronym which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So would you say how specific would you say your goals are?
I think they're very specific.
You're very clear about what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. And how would you measure the success of those goals?
Well, whether or not I actually do them.
Yeah.
I'm fully planning to go home and have a bath this evening and let them all go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether or not I do them.
Great. Okay. And then achievable? Are they achievable goals, do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
And realistic, how realistic are your goals? And when I mean, say realistic, I mean like, have you got the resources to help you achieve those goals?
Yeah,
I
do.
Great. So if we were to put a time frame on those goals, what time frame would we be looking at you achieving those?
It's a week.
A week?
Yeah.
Okay, so put this day week on it? Okay, great. Okay, so we'll just do a little recap with you then, so we're clear about where we're at. So when you came in first, you were using the word chaos and control, and everything felt like it was out of control, and I got a sense that you were feeling overwhelmed. And I'm not surprised, there's so many different balls in the air. So after kind of looking at the area of control, we discussed, I mean, really, I suppose, what you had control over as opposed to what you thought you had, the illusion of control, as I call it. And we managed to narrow those down to 3 areas. And 3 areas were self-care, time management, and communications. So the self-care one was the one we started with, and we said we're going to continue on that. But for today, we said that the first thing we're going to start with was that you're going to be number 1 on your list of people. And this would lead to you being the best version of yourself. And an action to kind of prove that, or to put a bit of action behind that, was the bath with the candles. That's what represents that for you in your life. And we put an action around that. So by this time next week, we'll have had that beautiful bath and we'll be telling you all about it, making you all jealous. And then the other one was time management. So instead of relying on the head with millions of things going on, we decided to bring a planner into place. And we're going to use a planner here today. I'm going to give you one to take home with you to fill out. You're going to go back to using the system that worked in the past, which is a wall planner in your kitchen. Okay. And then communication, when we talked about communication, we're really talking about Mark and the fundraising issue at the moment. And you've decided that what works best for him, his motivation, is really praise. So you're going to go in with that angle and come at it from the point of view the 2 of you working together to achieve this goal. And you're going to communicate that to him before next week, isn't that right? Okay. So when you hear all that back, how does that make you feel?
It's taken away the chaos out of it. And I know that all of it is in my control, and it's all about how I think about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do feel a lot better about it now.
Great.
It's all things that I can do with.
Great. And how willing are you to commit to those actions? Scale of 1 to 10.
It's a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
Great. Excellent. Excellent. So I think you've done great work here today, Wendy. I mean, you've explored a huge amount of stuff in that short space of time, and really you knew what you needed to do all in all. And I think the session went really well. How was it for you?
Yeah, I thought that too. A lot of clarity and understanding.
Great.
Was really good.
Okay. Well, is there anything else?
No.
Okay. Well, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. That recorded. Yeah, it is recorded.